this week, just create a short video. It doesn't have to be like a fancy video. You can just create a short video. Use Adobe Spark, and let me know if you have any questions going ahead. All right, Suchi, great, awesome. Okay, so now we'll shift gears a little, and we will Adobe Spark. The list is there on the PPT. All right. Also, then coming back to homeworks, how many of you have actually created their own Facebook page after the last class? Okay, a lot of you have. Awesome. Awesome, great, cool. So, what I want you all to do, in case if it's a test page, in case you have not really invited anyone to like it, you can just experiment with the page. Which means what you can post all kinds of content. You can see, okay, how does the video look, how does the image look, how does the GIF look, and so on and so forth. So just experiment with the page. As you start experimenting, you know. Because you're not running a page, there is no fear of you going wrong. You simply have to learn a lot of things. All right, so just start experimenting, see what all sections are there, and then what I suggest is that if in case by the end of this, sorry, or let's say by midweek, you're done with the experimentation, you can actually start inviting your friends to like the page. Or if you're handling a brand page, you can start inviting the others, the colleagues of yours, to join to like the page. I'll tell you why. Because we need to understand Facebook insights. We need to understand what Facebook insights are. And Facebook insights are actually shown to you only after you have a certain fans on the page or a certain likes on the page. Then only you can see Facebook insights. So I will, even though it's there right now, I will not be covering Facebook Insights right now. I want you all to explore what Facebook Insights are. I want you all to find them first on the Facebook page. Then I want you all to just go through them, and then we'll have a question answer interaction on the same topic in the next class. But I would rather have you look at the insights first before we actually we jump into the discussion. Otherwise, it becomes very boring. I just keep on repeating terms. So I want you all to go through it, but the discussion will become much more enriching. Okay. Now you might face an issue that let's say you were not able to get Facebook page likes, because of which you could not really unlock the insights. You might face this challenge, but I'll solve this problem for you. What you can do is that you can send me a friend request on Facebook, and I will make you the the analyst of my page. So even if you do not have a Facebook page and you do not have access to insights, you can simply send me a friend request on Facebook. Just send me a message on Facebook that, hey Pranav, this is just a reminder that you have to make me the analyst of the page, and I'll do it right away. If I forget, please remind me again. So you will have an access. Cool. So this is the first part. Play with the pages, learn as much as you can, and more importantly, go to insights and learn the few terminologies. Most of it is self-explanatory. Right now, I want to touch a little bit. Okay, I'll just answer what Debbie has asked. I created a Facebook page, but I don't have a business yet, so I was worried. Yeah, so good concern to have, Debbie. So if it's a test page, yes, there is no point inviting people. If it's a real business page, you can also have a personal business page if you're comfortable with that. Personal business page, as in just your personal branding page. Oh, you already have that. Okay, good. So you can get access to insights on that particular page. No, I mean personal business page. Okay, not a profile. I mean a personal business page. Yeah. So just see if you want to experiment with the test page, or if you want to have like a real page. I'll either leave that choice up to you. If you have any issues, like I said, with the insights, let me know, and I'll make you the analyst. Cool. Want to touch a bit about video marketing. Now, have you guys observed that in the last, let's say, 3 years or so, the number of videos on the news feeds on our Facebook news feeds have really gone up as compared to what it was before that. Have you guys observed the number of videos have really gone up? We see a lot of videos on our news feed. Why has that happened? What could be the reasons of that happening? Let's understand video as a concept first. People prefer to see than read. Priority of reach, monetizing, most engaging. Yes. Okay. So first, let's agree that yes. So as all of you, Mahesh, Yash, Debbie, and all of you have pointed that yes. Firstly, video is probably the easiest way of content consumption. You don't have to read a blog. I mean, reading a blog also takes a bit of efforts. Listening to a podcast needs a certain degree of time investment. Video, on the other hand, is much easier to consume. You can just sit back and relax. So you can consume it. It's much more interesting maybe than other because you can have different effects and different animations. So it's it's more enchanting kind of an experience for us. Yeah, and I think more importantly, the video speeds have gone up. Sorry, the internet speeds have gone up, which means that the broadband speeds have gone up, the mobile data speeds, the network speeds they have gone up, and plus it is becoming very. It's not as challenging to make a video anymore. So, like we discussed, if you guys become experts in Adobe Spark, you will start creating your own videos. So it's not that difficult to create a video as well. Because of which videos are okay. I will mute everyone. Okay, videos are basically a content format which needs to be taken seriously as a marketer. Now, video views have obviously gone up. Okay, it's like I said, the number of video views, the number of videos hosted, all of that has gone up. The engagement as well has gone up, which simply means that it's not a format which we can ignore anymore. Now we'll just take a look at a few best practices of videos. So firstly, very sounds very straightforward, but you have to create share worthy content, which means that when you create a video, when you create any piece of content, stop being a marketer and start being a user. So you have to see that, okay, if this particular thing, if this particular video appeared on my news feed, would I share it? Would I share it with people? Is the question to ask. And if the answer is no, then don't post it. So create content, create videos which people will feel like sharing. Always upload, this is super important, okay? Always upload videos directly to Facebook. Do not share YouTube links on your Facebook page if it's your own video. Upload the video on Facebook separately. So let's say you record a video or you create a video, you upload it on YouTube, that's good, but you upload the video separately on Facebook because it has a few advantages. Firstly, the Facebook algorithm supports it. Secondly, it even consumption wise, visually it is much more pleasing than having a YouTube video. So remember this, okay? A lot of brands still share YouTube links, which is not recommended. Have to keep it short. Now this is debatable, but the idea here is that if you do not know a brand and we have the attention span of a goldfish, they say the attention span has definitely reduced. We have so many options. We are easily distracted, and hence we cannot have a 43-minute video as a start. Okay, you can have shorter videos, and then as you go on building trust, as you go on building credibility, you can go beyond this. So the number is really I mean, it's subjective, I believe. In fact, I used to create, I never cared about the length of the video. I used to create 5 or 6 minute videos on mindfulness. All right, and a few set of people used to watch it. Most of them used to ignore it. So this is extremely debatable, but we can't ignore the fact. The point is that we can't ignore the fact that when you create longer videos, you are eliminating a lot of people from seeing them because people love shorter formats of content. Of course, if tomorrow uh, I don't know, like a famous personality, if he creates a 45-minute video, we will definitely watch it. So it depends on the when you where you are on the trust level, right? Great widgets. So we'll take a look at them in some time, okay? Maybe after this particular section. If your video is long, ensure you can hold user attention towards the till the end. Hmm? Then choose an attractive thumbnail. Now I hope you all know what a thumbnail is. Thumbnail is that particular image which appears at the start of the video. You must have seen YouTube thumbnails. Now, thumbnail gives you an idea about what the video will be all about. So, if you choose an engaging thumbnail, you will already start giving the audience an idea about what the video is all about. So, choose an engaging thumbnail, one which conveys what is there in the video, and one which will make the user click on the video. Keep the intro crisp, capture attention in the first 2 to 3 seconds. These are super important tips, okay? Ensure your video is engaging even when played on mute. How can your video be engaging when it is played on mute? What could be the tactics to do that? Data as in motion info subtitles. Yes, okay. So I think one of the major things that people do is that they animate the video with different stuff. You know, they have these characters, they have these animations which make the video interactive even uh, when it is played on mute. Plus, you have these subtitles. So when I get up in the morning, I don't feel like listening to loud noise. So if I pick up my cell phone, I would want to watch a video which has subtitles to it because I'm already half asleep and I'm not ready to switch on the volume. So I can only consume the video if it has subtitles. So having subtitles, you must have seen a lot of famous big brands. They spend time in creating these subtitles for the video. So that is for something for you to consider. And you must have also seen that a few marketers tell the people to unmute in the beginning if the video requires sound. If the video requires sound, you tell the viewers in the beginning itself that hey, this video just turn up the volume is what you have to tell them. Right? Now another extension of the video is live video. So let's start off with understanding what is Facebook Live. What is Facebook Live or Instagram Live or any live rather, YouTube Live? You have a lot of lives, Twitter Live also. What is live? What is a live video? What is a live video? Yes, so basically it is live streaming. It is live. It is actually, yes, it is actually shared as it is happening. Okay, it is shared as it is happening, and because it is being shared as it is actually taking place, because it's real time, the engagement that these live videos get are very high. The engagements that these live videos get are very very high. Now why? Because anything, even a sport, we would want to watch the sport live rather than watching the sport rather than watching the highlights of the recorded match, right? We would want to watch it live. So live videos are basically the videos which are happening simultaneously, which are broadcasting. What is the right English? Live videos are the videos which are broadcasting as the event is actually taking place simultaneously. Now, uh, yeah, people spend a lot of time watching live videos. Let's unpack this a little, okay? Why do you think people watch live videos more? Let's dig deeper into this psychology of human beings. What is it about the live video which makes people watch more of it? It's natural, newsworthy. Video is more interacting. But what? Why live videos, Nafis? People prepare fresh news, practical. Okay, first hand info. Yes, you get a notification at times. Yes, yes. Okay, then. It's unedited. All right, cool. So let's give it a bullet point answer. It's an instantaneous event. It's active participation. Okay, very good. So firstly, there is a suspense associated with it. You can always, if it's a recorded video, you can always go towards the end and see how the video actually ends. You can do that, but in the live video, you don't. Yeah, in the live video, you do not know how it will end. So there is a certain degree of tension, a certain degree of suspense, which is associated to it. That's the first part. Secondly, it's unedited. It's extremely raw. So you kind of get a first-hand experience of what is happening. Thirdly, you feel that you are a part of it. You're a part of it because you can actually engage with the people through this, or you can engage with the person who is creating this video through 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 this live video interaction feature. Basically, you have the chat window using which you can talk to the person who is creating the video, and you can have question answers with them. Because of these reasons, this is super powerful. Now you can create live videos from your cell phones, and you can also do it from your laptops. Hmm? Cell phones as well as laptops, both can be used. So let's take a case study now. A friend of mine, he is a nutritionist, and so he has his own fitness brand where he creates nutrition program for his clients and also workout programs. Okay, I'll repeat. A friend of mine has a brand of his own where he creates nutrition program for his clients and also creates fitness routines, fitness workout programs for his clients. If he wants to leverage Facebook Live, what are the different things that he can do by using Facebook Live? In what ways can he leverage Facebook Live? Okay, you can do diet tips. Okay, then that's a good start. Vijit, yes. Fitness challenge. That's interesting. Okay, new workouts. Okay, yes. Okay, so now new workouts. Target psychographics. Devi, I'm not sure what you mean. If you could unpack that a little. What do you mean psychograph? I mean, I know the meaning of the word psychographics, but how will he do that by using live videos is something that I'm not sure about. Uh, Live results, yes. Workout infographics, create emotional videos. Not sure if live will allow Nafis a good idea, but that is more of a recorded video. I feel. Okay, same feedback for goes for you, Mamta. That's a recorded. It's not even a video. I think it's an image that you're referring to. Everyday different workout videos. So that's a good point, Pratishtha. So for example, you know, every day he comes online at 7 a.m. and works out in front of the whole world, and he just tells the other people to work out with him. Yeah. So that is one way of doing it. Then reaches out to people who are interested in nutrition fitness. Yes, perfect. Makes sense. Yes. So okay, this is again a good point as far as Facebook Live is concerned. What are the other ones? Okay, so one major thing that I don't think we discussed was the live interaction. Let's say today's topic is how to how to manage cheat days. Okay, just as an example. So he can have a live question answer session with the people based on those topics. And when it's live, it's just very fascinating. I don't know if you have, but see, you have to look at the small subtleties of human behavior. If you ask a question live and if that question is somehow answered, you just feel very good about yourself. Have you observed that? I feel very good about myself. You almost feel like a celebrity. That, oh, that particular person actually took my name and he addressed my question. Okay, so as childish as it is, you feel good about it, because of which it also, that's also one of the things because of which it is popular. Yeah, so make people part of the live videos is the model of the story. It's not about just you going live and doing your stuff. It's about how you take people with your journey and have experiences with them. Yes, nutritional recipes live. All right. Anyone wants to have their own case study proposed? We can just discuss how to use Facebook Live for that. Just propose any case study that you have. Your own business also could work. Okay, you have 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Time up. Okay, cool. Connect people to nature. Um, Not sure how that's. So if it's an initiative, Debbie, I think that's what you're saying. Then yes, it can work. If it's a business, I got that. So it's more of an initiative. Yes, it can work. And fitness challenge can work on that as well. Yes. All right. So see, typically it boils down to these things. Okay, offline event streaming. We didn't discuss about this as well. Okay, offline event streaming can happen. Product demos can happen. Q&A sessions can happen. We didn't discuss this also. Why can't he interview his clients? He can definitely interview his clients. He can definitely interview, let's say, celebrities. My friend can definitely interview, um, let's say, fitness influencers and so on. Right? Yes and yes. Oh, really? That's a little disturbing. All right. Now, again, as we are exploring this video concept further, we have to look at 360 pictures and videos. So again, I want you all to tell me what 360 pictures are and what 360 videos are. Panoramic view, okay. Any other way of putting it? Yes. Okay. Yes. Cool. So if you don't know what 360-degree is, don't worry. I will show you 360-degree videos or images. Basically mean that it's a 360-degree view, as the name suggests. So you can look around. It's as if you're standing there, and you can actually look around the whole. You can scroll through the image and look around at the whole place from a 360-degree view. So I'll just show you what I mean rather than explaining. So this was a really cool 360-degree photos post made by this mall. What this mall did was that they asked the users. Sorry, huh, they asked the users to look at these. Look at the. I mean, this is a 360-degree image from the mall. They wanted the users to look at this image through a 360-degree view and just tell them the brand that they see. Okay, the brands that they see in this particular image. All right. Now, try not to cheat. Okay, I know there are comments on the right, but try not to cheat. So just tell me when the brands that you can see. Sorry, what am I doing? Hold on. Huh. Just tell me the brands that you can see. Okay, you can see Adidas, Mac. Okay, Fossil, Puma. Okay, Clarks. Wow, you guys are quick. Okay, okay. Zara, Hush Puppies. Yes. Anything that we missed? Let me see if I missed anything. Let me just go up a little. Yes, yes. Okay, I don't think we missed anything. Let me look down. There is nothing down as well. All right. So yes, I think this is a pretty cool way of. I mean, this is a pretty cool thinking done by the mall. Just letting people know what all brands are available there, and giving a glimpse of the mall to people. So I think this is a really, really brilliant idea. Yeah. Let's take one more example now. This is more around this pen brand known as Cello. Okay, so let me just show this to you. So Cello basically they sell pens. What they did was that they came up with a creative. So again, the thing that I like about this particular post is that they're talking about a story. They aren't talking about really, you know, the promotional aspect of it. They're talking about the story. So what story can a pen create? Basically pens are used for exams. Pens are used for exams, and so hence they're building a story around exams. So as you can see that caption, it says during exam time pressure comes in from all the angles, but only one thing can help relieve it. Scroll through the image and tag someone who reminds you of these characters. So I'll just scroll through this now, and you can tell me which characters are you reminded of? All right. So facing pressure from all the angles. Okay, let's say if I go here. Okay, who does this remind you of? So all these characters are your friends, family, and so on. So this is typically your sister, right? Who says that this is a little bit of Hindi here. So if you don't get good marks, your video game is gone. That's what it means. So this is typically your sister. Then attempt the 10-mark questions first. Yeah, this is this. Who is this? This is the father. Yes, this is the father. Who is this? No, this is not mom. No, this is yeah. This is the neighbor who keeps on boasting about her son. Yes, and this who is this? This is your mom. Yes, yes. So again, it's super funny. If you see the engagement, it's pretty high as you can see. A lot of shares, a lot of likes, etc. Yeah. So just a few creative ideas. I mean, if a pen brand can do it, so can other brands. So yes, it connects the string with us. There are a couple of more examples. There is one by HBO India, which is about Suicide Squad, which I would not check. You guys can take a look at it later because now you get the hint. So this is how you create 360-degree images. Now tools. How can you create them? Firstly, you have some phones have inbuilt functionality, I believe, of creating these 360 images. Some phones or most of the phones do not have. In this case, you can use these applications like Street View app or Google Camera app. Or if you are really into this, you can let's say explore external gears like let's say Samsung Gear 360. So these are like special high-end cameras. And for videos, yes, for videos you can use GoPro. That's correct, Prashant. Yes, for videos, I don't think video feature is available on the cell phone. Or if you guys have any, let me know. But I think the best way of doing this for a video is by using GoPro. All right. So I think more generally speaking, if it's for a physical place, let's say if you are in an ice cream shop or if you are in a mall like we discussed, or if it's I don't know, theme park or things like that, when the experience of the place actually matters. Yes, if it's a tree house, if the experience of the place actually matters for to the business, you can definitely go with these things. If you want to go take the approach that Cello did, you can still do it, but just know that it will take some time to create those graphics, and it won't be a sustainable strategy. So you can do it once in a while just to have fun, but I believe this is more applicable for businesses which are more place driven. Let's say a coffee shop. It's a great for a coffee shop. Is it great for an IT industry? Probably not, unless and until they want to show their office. So understand the subtleties, and then you can, maybe get more deeper into this. All right. So just to summarize, video, I'll just summarize this topic very very quickly. Videos are one of the more powerful ways of interacting with the audience. We looked at a few tools of creating videos in the last class, and I hope you in the coming week you explore these tools. The video has a few advantages that we discussed. Then we looked at a few best practices for video. Then we looked at Facebook live video, and we looked at how brands can leverage these live videos for the benefit. And then we looked at 360-degree images and also 360-degree videos, the concept of 360-degree videos. Right. So this is more about the video aspect. Right. Is this clear, guys? Can I get a who ya if you want me to move ahead? Okay, who ya. Cool. Great. Now I want to touch upon Facebook groups. We have done quite some discussion in the first lecture about Facebook groups, if you remember. So let's start with a bit of revision. What is a Facebook group? Can anyone define a Facebook group? If you could just type in the chat window. Specific niche communities, okay. Yes, that's a good way to start. A group of people who share similar likes and interests. Yes, okay. So a community of people. Yes, yes, okay. A group of people is a community basically, and the community is bound by a common interest. Yes, and the conversations. Yes, Sucharita. Yes, Rito, the conversations are many to many, which means that people interact with each other. It's not just the brand which is talking; it's the people who are talking amongst themselves, and of course, they talk with themselves based on the theme, based on the topic of that particular group. We also looked at a few types of businesses that could leverage groups. What were those businesses? Do you remember? Or rather, I'll ask you, what are your opinions on what kind of businesses should use these groups? We had a discussion on this. Okay, small. Okay, okay, okay. So size, size could be one of the factors. Yes. Then see, more than the size, I would suggest that when it comes to building a tribe, all right, when it comes to creating those loyal fans, you can go with a group. If you are, let's say, an e-commerce brand, maybe a group won't really be a great idea because you would not be solving any problem by using a group. But in many cases, let's say if you're conducting workshops, or let's say if you are like I said, if you are teaching yoga, you can always have groups for the participants. Yeah, so figure out what kind of a business you are in. If you are in the business of adding value to a few people, if you want to have daily interactions with them, if you want them to have interactions with each other, then go with Facebook groups. Right now, there are three types of groups. Typically, there is public, closed, and secret. Public group is public, like the name says. Closed group is can be seen, but you can't join it. You have to The members have to accept your request. And secret group, people don't even know, the people who are not the members don't even know that the group exists. People can be added to the group only by the existing members. So you can choose. Many businesses, what they do is that they see that we have a secret business group, and if you want to be a part of that, buy this course. Because at the end of this course, we'll put put you in a secret business group. Yeah, so these are the types of groups just for you to know. Now, there are two ways of leveraging a Facebook group. One is that you join and add value to the relevant to the existing group, or you create a new group. You join an existing group or you create a new group. Let's try to assess the pros and cons of both. What do you think are the advantages of joining an existing? Think. What is the advantage of joining of an existing Facebook group? Okay, there is a community already. Yes, you get to network. Yes, there are exists. You get to leverage existing membership. Yes, all right. And anything else? There are a couple of more advantages, I believe. See, community management. Exactly, Mamta. Yes. So monitoring the basic hygiene, removing spams, kicking out people who are misbehaving. That doesn't become your responsibility. All right. So yes, Sucharita, you can basically you are dropped into a community of people who already love that particular topic. That these are the pros. What are the cons of having of joining an existing group? What are the cons? What are the disadvantages? You are not leading. Yes. Spam could be spam. Okay, it's crowded. Yes. Okay. So, exactly. Okay, brilliant answers, guys. So, firstly, it can be a little crowded in some groups. Secondly, and more importantly, you can't lead the initiative because it's someone else's group. You are just a follower here, right? Now, if you just talk about this, then the second option of creating a new group, what you are doing is that you are leading. So, the disadvantages with creating a group are, yes, you can set your own rules. You can add your own people. You can control. Sorry, those are the advantages, not the disadvantages. The advantages of creating a new group are you can lead the initiative. You can be the pioneer. You can set the rules. You can add the people that you think will add value to the group. Those are the advantages. The disadvantages are that you have to build a group from scratch. You have to maintain the hygiene of the group. You have to ensure that people comply to the policies of the group. That's the disadvantage. My personal bias is towards this. Okay, yes, it takes time to build. It is kind of tough at times, but my personal bias is towards creating a new group on Facebook at least. If it's LinkedIn, then probably yes. I would suggest that join an existing group on LinkedIn. But as far as Facebook is concerned, my bias would be to create a new group. I mean, even if it's small, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. Even if it's 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, it's fine. But you dictate the terms there. So you have a particular mission, and that group will help you achieve that mission in some way. Definitely, time taken for this option is higher. All right. So these are the points that are discussed here. Okay, that okay you can create groups and then the pros. It's just what we discussed, so I won't go through this now. We have discussed all of this. That it's all about adding value. It's about sharing stuff. It's about focusing on conversations, etc. Yeah. Then we talk about creating a new group and then pros of that and cons of that. We just discussed all of this. All right. I need to know if anyone has any doubts about the group part, because we've discussed it twice now. We have discussed it in the first class and we're discussing it right now as well. Do you guys have a certain clarity about when to use Facebook groups, what kind of businesses to use Facebook group for? Or if you have any questions or if you need further clarity on anything, please let me know. We can discuss it further. Also, like I said in the last class, I hope I touched upon the topic of projects. I spoke about projects, right? Like how you need to have a project coming into this course. I gave you that rant, no, that speech. Yes or no? Did you speak about projects in the last class? No. Oh, we did not. Okay. Okay. Let me just get a general feel. Then, how many of you are going to get? How many of you are going to look for a job in social media marketing or digital marketing after this course? Okay, so okay, a lot of you. All right. I'm surprised I didn't ask this in the first class. Okay, a lot of you are. I think 50% of you at least. Cool. Now, okay. How many of you are learning this because you want to expand your knowledge? You're already into marketing. You already have a job, but you just want to. I did ask this, no, Gaurav? That's what I think. Yeah, I did ask this. Exactly. Yes, yes. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes, exactly. I just felt that I was doing this for the second time. Yes. The point is, see, when you have a project, when you have a portfolio, you always keep on, or rather, okay, let's talk about the project. Let's not use the word portfolio. Let's talk about a single project. I would suggest, again, I'm being repetitive here, but I would suggest that for these coming 5 weeks, pick a project. That project can be your own business, or it can be something that you will not take a look at after 5 weeks. That's absolutely fine with me. But in these 5 weeks, just immerse yourself completely in that project. And the learning that you will have will be amazing. Trust me on this. Because day and night you'll be just thinking that, okay, if this is my project, if this is my client, if this is my business, how can I leverage social media marketing for that? So just to give you a very specific example, let's say right now we discussed about groups, Facebook groups. As we are learning this, subconsciously should be asking yourself the question, okay, this is what groups provide me as value. Should I apply this for my business? If yes, why? And if no, why? All right. So I want you all to look at this not just from a theoretical point of view, but from an application point of view. So whatever you learn, quickly take that concept and apply it to your own project. That's what I just wanted to suggest right now. That's all. Cool. So I hope you apply the same principle of groups to this, and let me know if you have any questions around groups before we move to the most exciting topic for today, which is Facebook ads. Yeah, but first I need to know if everyone is with me. So why don't you all tell me your favorite Chinese cuisine? What's your favorite Chinese cuisine? Just type in the chat window and we'll move ahead. Dumplings, hakka noodles, Chinese roll, egg roll. What is CC, Gaurav? Manchurian. Okay. Who has not answered? Either you have not had Chinese. Sushma, are you with me? Then who? Utkarsh? Chili chicken. Okay. Nafis, I know he's here. Gaurav is here. Joydev is here. Ashish, where's Ashish? Rahul is here. Okay. Yash is here. I know. Vikas. Guys, I just need a feedback. Okay. I don't get to see you. Just be kind to me and type in yes, no, I'm having fun, I'm getting bored, whatever it is, but just talk to me. Don't be quiet, yeah? Okay. So it was great knowing your favorite Chinese dishes. Okay, hakka noodles. Cool. What we'll do now is that wow, okay, you must really like chili chicken. What we'll do now is we'll take a short 2 to 3 minute break because we'll come back and then we'll start off with a really intense but really fun topic, which is Facebook ads. Yeah, so the next break that we'll have will be in 1 hour, I think. So just let's just take a short 2 or 3 minute break and then come back. Okay, let's resume. Now, before we start Facebook ads, let me first share with you that initially Facebook ads was not a part of this module. I'll tell you why. Because you will have a separate module on Facebook. I think it's a two session module. And in that module, the only thing that you will learn is Facebook ads. That's the only thing that you will learn in that module. So there was an internal debate, whether we should be repetitive because Facebook ads are being covered twice now. Right now also we'll do it, later also we'll do it, and so on and so forth. But eventually we all agreed that the social media module is just incomplete if the Facebook ads are not covered. And hence we'll touch upon Facebook ads. That being said, I think we'll be covering close to 80 or 90% of the part. The last part, let's say 10, 15, 20% will uh, you can actually get deeper into in the Facebook module itself. So just keep this in mind that you'll be doing all of this again all over again, and it's good for you because anyway ads is a really cool skill set to have. So if you're doing it twice, nothing like it, you're getting to learn it in a much deeper way, right? This is what I wanted to say before we start off. So let's start off with Facebook ads. Now, let's build a story. Let's first pick a person who has a business. Let's say there is a person whose name is John. Okay, so John. Now, John has recently started his own gym. John has recently started his own gym, and he wants to have more and more people registering for the gym. He wants more and more people to be aware about the gym. He wants to have more and more people register to the gym. Now, John realizes that, oh, Facebook has a lot of fans. Facebook has a lot of people on the platform. What John does is that he calls Facebook and he goes out to coffee with Facebook. Yeah, so John and Facebook are having coffee, and John says to Facebook, "Hey, Facebook, I've seen that there are a lot of people on your platform, and I was wondering if you could help me spread a word about my business by telling all those people about my gym." Facebook says, "Yes, of course, I will help you do that. We have a lot of people on the platform, so depending on what you want and who you want to show who you want to come to your gym, we will we will create ads and will show ads to those people. But of course, I will charge you for it." So John says that, okay, even if you charge me for it, it's fine because anyway, when you show my ad, people will be coming to my gym and paying me money. So anyway, I'm making a profit. Yeah, so it's okay for me to spend money on your ads. So this is how a relationship is formed. What is the relationship? John, the gym owner, pays a certain amount of money to Facebook to show the ad to the users like you and me. Or in other words, the brand pays money to the platform, to the publisher, to show the ad to the users. That's how the whole ecosystem works. So is this basic relationship first clear? Let me start off with this. That the brand pays money to Facebook or Twitter or Google or whatever it is to show the ads to the users. Everyone, I want 24 yeses, otherwise I'm not moving ahead. 24 yeses. Okay? Everyone, no one is allowed to sleep for this topic. Okay, cool. So now John says to Facebook that, okay, Facebook, cool. So now tell me one thing. Where do I start? That okay, I want to advertise with you, but what's the first starting point? Where do I actually start? So Facebook says that you start off with what you want to achieve, with what your objectives are, with what your goals are. So John says, okay, can you elaborate on that a little? So Facebook says every business has a different goal. Yes, every business has a different goal. Some businesses want to have more walk-ins in their store. Some businesses want to have more traffic on their website. Some businesses want to have more leads and so on. So every business has different objectives, And depending on the goal that you have, Facebook offers you different objectives. Yeah. And you can choose the objective which suits your business goal the most. So what's the best fit is what we need to figure out. All right, just give me 1 sec, guys. Just 1 sec. All right. So now we start off. So then John says that, okay. So tell me what all objectives are available. Show me the objectives. Show me what all options are available. So Facebook says, okay, sure. I'll show you. So now I'll go to my home feed and click on this drop down and click on manage ads. Sorry, I'll click on. I'll go back. I'll click on create ads. So now Facebook is showing to John the kind of options, the kind of objectives that are available. So let's look at those. Now, as we study these objectives, please be extremely patient with me as well as yourself. There is a high probability that you might not understand these objectives in the first go, which is absolutely fine. The point is not to remember these, the point is just to understand. So please be extremely patient. Just don't ask questions in between because I'm bound to miss them. I will explain all these objectives in depth, and even if there are more questions after this, we'll take on those. Okay, so now these are the objectives. Brand awareness reach is one. Traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages, conversions, catalog sales, and store visits. These are the objectives. As you can see, there are three topics here, or three buckets here. There is awareness bucket, in which there are these two. In consideration, there are these many, and in conversion, there are these many. So it's like a funnel, it's like a flow. Yeah, people become aware of you, then they consider you, and then they convert. So let's start with brand awareness and reach. They both lie in awareness, which simply means that they are more or less helping the brands achieve awareness. If you speak about brand awareness, so if you want people to know about your brand, if you simply want to notify people that, oh, we exist, then you go with awareness. And specifically in brand awareness, if you want relevant people to know about you, if you want to come in front of the people who are more likely to pay attention to you, then you go with brand awareness. You simply make people aware about your existence. That's what brand awareness is. And then there is reach. What is reach? When you want to reach out to more and more people, you go with the reach objective. When you want brand awareness, when you want people to know about your brand, you go with brand awareness. When you want to reach out to more and more people, you go with reach. But then the next question is, okay, but what is the difference between the two? The difference is that brand awareness is more quality driven, which means that your ad will be shown to people who are more likely to pay attention, who are more likely to take action. All right. But in the reach, the main objective is to get as much reach as possible. So here quantity is the main number, not the quality. In brand awareness, it's a little more quality driven. Your ad will be shown to people who are more likely to pay attention. Okay. Now if you look at the side, there is traffic. Now, as far as traffic as a concept or as a term is concerned, how will you define traffic in terms of digital marketing in general, not just Facebook or social media marketing? What does traffic mean in terms of digital marketing? A better word, Venkat? Huh. Uh-huh. No, Nafis, no. It doesn't mean age groups. It means, yes, it means people coming to your website. It means visitors. It doesn't even mean lead. Prunal, no, leads is different. Traffic simply means the number of people who are coming to your page, the number of people who clicked on a link and went to your page, or went to your website, or went to your blog, whatever it is. If 50 people visited my website today, the traffic was 50. It's as simple as that. So the traffic is what? The traffic is the number of people coming to the website or the landing page. So if you want more traffic to your page, you go with the traffic option. As simple as that. If you want to have more traffic to the page, if you want more and more people coming to your website or your blog or your page, you go with traffic. And then we'll look at conversions now. So to the right of traffic, there is conversions. So let's understand the term conversion first. What does conversion mean? What does conversion as a term mean in digital marketing? Okay, deal. Okay, go on. Selling. Okay. Leads. Okay. Visitors to purchase are yes. Changing their status. Wow. Okay. Normal visitor taking action. Yes. Yes. Purchase. Yes. Okay. Cool. As you can see, yes, action. As you can see, conversion doesn't mean only one action. Conversion can mean multiple actions. Okay, rather, even if a person buys from you, it's called as conversion. If a person registers on your website for something, that's also conversion. If a person fills up your lead form, that's also conversion. If a person downloads your ebook, that's also conversion. So when you are changing the status, like Debbie points out, when you are when you are making the customer take the action that you want them to take, that is conversion. And conversion will be different for different brands. For Amazon, what how will they define conversion? What is the conversion for Amazon? What action is conversion for Amazon? It's the buying. Yes, it's the purchase, it's the sale. All right. And let's say if it's a real estate brand, if it's a real estate brand, what is the digital marketing conversion counted as? Yes, it's the query, or in other words, lead generation. No, Sushma, it's query. It's query. All right. Or other in other words, filling up a form. No. What? How does real estate work? Does anyone know? They will not. Does anyone buy a flat online? Does anyone buy a residence or a bungalow online? No. We want to visit the place. Yeah. So in this case, what is the conversion? If a potential buyer inquires about you, fills up a form, gives their email ID and gives their phone number, and then the sales team, the person from the sales team calls that person, calls the prospect, that sir, you inquired for this, would you like to visit? And then maybe out of 100 people who fill the form, one might actually buy that particular piece of real estate. So in this case, what is conversion? Conversion is lead generation. So now let's talk about lead generation for a bit. That's correct, Gaurav. Yes. Let's talk about lead generation for a bit. So what is a lead? I'll ask you first. What is a lead? How will you define the lead? Okay. And then what is lead generation? Yes, a lead is a prospect. A lead is a query. Hot says, ha. Okay. No. So lead is a prospect, but lead generation. No, Mahesh. No, understand the subtleties here. Okay, guys, don't be offended if I say no to your answer. Okay, I am just trying to give you the most precise answer. Lead generation means generating the contact information of the prospect. A lead is a prospect, someone who might buy from me, and lead generation is a process of extracting the contact information of that prospect. It could mean name, email ID, phone number, etc. All right. And lead generation is one action that can be done through conversions. Okay, so how does lead generation work? Let's discuss this a little bit more. So you see an ad, let's say. So I have. Let's take my example. I will be conducting a workshop pretty soon. This is the landing page that I have created. So how does this work? People see my ad. Okay. So Let's say I'll show a sample ad to you. Let's say something like this. Okay, my ad will be shown. People will click on my ad. Imagine this to be my ad. Okay, this is Udemy, but just imagine that this is my ad. When they click on this ad, they come to this landing page. And when they come to the landing page, they see, okay, that this is okay. I want to register, and they come down and they fill up the form. I ask them to fill in their name, their email ID, their phone number, then this question, and then this question. And when they are done, they are asked to submit. When they fill up this form, I get an email which looks something like this, that I am Javed, my email ID is this, my phone number is this, and why does he want to attend a workshop? Because he's a professional planner and a civil engineer, and so on, and he has a few challenges. This is what lead generation process is. Okay, so we have deviated a little, but I just wanted you all to know how it works. Coming back to these terms, conversion can mean buying a product, conversion can mean lead generation, conversion can mean downloading an ebook, it could mean anything. One of the main things, or one of the actions of convergence is lead generation. So if you want to have lead generation, you go with convergence, or you go with lead generation. If you want to generate leads like this, if I want to conduct this workshop, what are my two options of doing it? I can either go with convergence, because lead generation is also conversion, or I can go with this lead generation option. But how are these two options different? Let's find out. The only difference between this lead generation and this conversion lead generation is that in the conversion lead generation, the user has to click on the ad and the user comes to a landing page which looks something like this. So in this case, if you see, when I click on sign up, I again come to a landing page. I come to a landing page and I will have to fill up a form. Okay, in this case, the conversion is buying. So I have to buy. Yeah. So this is not a lead generation conversion. This is actually sales conversion. But for lead generation, typically, if you go with the conversion ads, the user clicks on the button, goes to a page and fills up the form. However, in this lead generation, when the user clicks on the ad, the user does not go to any page. The user does not get redirected to any page. A pop-up opens on Facebook itself, and you must have seen this. A pop-up opens on Facebook itself, and that pop-up is actually a form. And that form will have fields like name, email ID, phone number, etc. And now, because already Facebook knows your name, email ID, phone number, it is pre-filled, which means that all of that information is already there. Your name is already there, your phone number is already there, your email ID is already there, and all you have to do is click on submit. All you have to do is click on submit, which means that when you click on submit, the same information will be given to the brand who is executing those ads. So I'll repeat that lead generation can be done in two ways. It can be done in either through convergence, when you take people to the landing page and make them fill up a form on the landing page, or you can go with lead generation where the user doesn't really go to the landing page. The simple pop-up opens on Facebook itself, so the user does not go anywhere. The user does not leave Facebook. A pop-up That pop-up basically consists of a form. That form is pre-filled already, and you simply click on submit, and the leads are shared with the brand. The information is shared with the brand. All right. I know you have questions, but hold on, be patient. Engagement. Let's talk about engagement for a bit. Engagement is the only objective which will have three parts in it. It has post engagement, it has page likes, and it has event responses. It has post engagement, page likes, and event responses. So what is post engagement? When you want your post to have more likes, so you have published a post on Facebook, you need to have more likes on that post, you need to have more comments on that post, and you need to have more shares on that post. If you want all of that, you go with post engagement. Have you guys heard of boost post? Boost post is very similar to post engagement. Yeah, boost post is very similar to post engagement. Then you have page likes. What are page likes? Page likes are if you want to increase the number of likes for your page. If you want to increase the number of fans for your page, you go with page likes. And then you have event responses. What are event responses? So event responses are for Facebook events. What are Facebook events? Facebook events are those pages which can be created if you want to promote a particular event. It can be it can be a birthday party for users. It can be a webinar. It can be some kind of a party happening, and so on and so forth. For all of these things, an event can be created. So event responses is if you have already created an event on Facebook, and if you want more and more people to attend that event or click on that event page, you go with event responses. Coming back up, app installs is pretty straightforward. If you want more and more app installs, if you have an application, mobile application, and if you want people to install it, you go with app installs. You then have video views. If you have uploaded a video on Facebook, and if you want more and more people to look at the video, you go with video views. Lead generation we already discussed. The next is messages. This is something which is relatively new. In messages, if the business wants the user to click on the ad and send message to the business, in conversion, what will happen? The user will go to a different landing page. Or at in lead generation, what will happen? A form will open up on Facebook itself. In messages, the message window will open and the brand will be able to have the message exchanges with you. This is typically used when the brand is a little complicated. Let's say if it's a brand in cryptocurrency. If it's a t-shirt brand, then there is no need for messages. You simply go with conversion ads and you buy the t-shirt and it is done. But let's say if it's a cryptocurrency brand, and let's say if they need to generate trust, if people want to talk to the brand, then these messages will help because the brand can then earn trust and credibility by having conversations with people. The last two are catalog sales and store visits. What is catalog sales? So one homework for you all will be to create a product catalog for your Facebook page. In your test page, just create a product catalog. How to do that? Google it. Okay, I want you all to figure this out. Create a product catalog. It's super easy. What is a product catalog? It's a catalog of products, which means that you will be able to showcase your products. So let's say if you are into selling jewelry, yeah, you will be able to show the product. You'll be able to show the pricing of the product, the image of the product, the description of the product in that catalog. And by using, so all of that is free. Creating a product catalog is free, of course, but if you want to promote it now, the catalog is ready but you want to put it in front of more and more people, then you go with catalog sales. And the last is store visits. This is typically for standalone stores. All right, it is typically for standalone stores. So let's say if it's for Starbucks, you want more and more people to visit the store. You go with store visits. In store visits, the ads will be shown to the people who are in the vicinity of that particular store or that particular shop, in an effort to make them visit the particular shop or particular store. Now let's do some exercise. I'll ask you questions. You have to suggest me the objectives. Um, let's say I am a chef, and I have recently launched a recipe application which I want people to download. And I've also recorded a lot of videos of me cooking a few recipes. I want more and more people to watch those videos. What kind of ad objective or objectives will I use to achieve this business goal? Nope, nope. Guys, I'll repeat the question. Okay, listen to the question very, very carefully. Yes, the answer is video views and Okay, the question is this, guys. I'm going to repeat the question. Okay, no, I won't repeat the question because Suchi has given the answer. The answer is app installs. I said I'm a chef. I have a recipe application which I want people to download, and I have created a few videos which I want more and more people to see. So, which are the two objectives now? Very obviously, you have video views and app installs. Pretty straightforward, no? Yeah. Let's say I am going to launch a Chinese restaurant, for example, in 2 months, and for now, I just want to create some buzz around it. Which objective will I choose out of these? Yes, I'll go with brand awareness. Yes, I'll go with brand awareness. Very good. Let's say I am the marketing manager at Naturals Ice Cream, and I want more and more people to visit my ice cream shops. Which objective will I choose out of these? I'll go with store visits. Yes, I'll go with store visits. That's correct. If I am the marketing manager of a business school, and I want more and more quality people to take admission in my college. We offer MBA courses. I want more and more people to take admission in my college. Which of the objectives will I choose? Very good. One is lead generation. Brand awareness won't work, Suchi, because I'm not saying that I want to create awareness about my brand. I'm simply saying that I want to have leads, or I want to have business. So yes, conversions is one, leads is one, messages could work. Traffic, Gaurav, is not the right answer. I'll touch on it why. Okay, so the answers are lead generations and conversions typically, and also maybe messages, because the students might feel the need to talk to the page as well. That's why, right? Let's say I am the marketing manager at BuzzFeed. I'm the marketing manager at BuzzFeed, or let's say, yeah, StoryPick. What kind of objectives will I choose out of these? If you guys have heard of BuzzFeed, StoryPick, 9gag, and all of those guys. Yes, the answer is traffic. The answer is traffic. Why? Because all of those brands are content marketing brands, which means that they're simply looking for traffic. You will see titles like this, not 10 things that you did not know about Angelina Jolie, and number 7 will blow your mind away. Why do they write like this? They say number 7 will blow your mind away because they want you to click on the ad, because when you click on the ad, the traffic will increase, and when traffic increases, their revenue also increases, and hence you have traffic. So Gaurav, when you simply want to increase traffic, you go with traffic. But when you want the user to take an action, you go with conversions. And that's why traffic was not the answer to the previous question. I got it? Yeah, in the previous question, we wanted the students to fill up the form. Yeah, cool. Then let's say, what next? Okay, let's say a brand is running a contest where the users are supposed to. So the brand has published a particular post, and the users are supposed to take part in the contest by captioning that image. The most creative caption wins. And I want more and more people to take part in this contest. Which which ad objective will I choose out of these? Which part in engagement? Which part in engagement? Not reach Suchi, no. Which part in engagement? What is it called? Pratishta? It's called as post engagement. It's called as post engagement. I want more and more people to comment on it, no? So it's post engagement. No, it's an online post where people are supposed to comment. So it won't be event responses. Right? Okay, last two examples. Now let's say, okay, I'm launching a marketing workshop, and I want more and more people to register for my workshop. Which ad objectives will I choose? No shill, not reach. Okay, event responses would be one. Then conversion could be two, and third is lead generation. Yes, yes. Lead generation, event responses, or conversions, right? And now I'll ask the last question. Let's say I am the owner of, let's say, Hard Rock Cafe. Okay, Hard Rock. I'm the owner of Hard Rock Cafe. Um, and a very renowned band is coming to play on 31st of December. A very, very well known, let's say, Coldplay is coming to play. And I want more and more people to attend that particular concert. Which ad objective will I choose now out of all of these? No, I'll not use store visits in this case. I'll go with event responses. I'll go with event responses. It's an event, right? I'll create an event. I'll create an event and I'll promote it. Guys, in this case, why am I saying no to reach and brand awareness? Because I know what you're thinking. You are thinking that, oh, first we will need to create brand awareness. But no, my question was not that how will I increase the reach of that brand. My question was not how will I get more awareness. My question was precise. How will I get leads? How will I get attendance to the events and so on? So in this case, that is the answer. Now you could say that, but initially we might need brand awareness and reach. Yes, you might need it. But as far as the specific answer to the question was concerned, it is definitely not this because this comes earlier in the funnel. All right. So this was my attempt to and make you all understand these objectives. Let me know if you have any questions. Now you can ask me questions. No questions. Either I've done a brilliant job or a really bad job. No questions. Um, okay, you're way too kind. No questions. Okay. Um, which we need to understand, not to learn. Yes, it's something you need to understand only. Yes, I agree. Great, great. Huh. Okay, if you're managing, it feels like running a campaign. If I'm managing a fan page for a movie star, huh? But no. So, Vijit, the question would be to what are you trying to achieve? In that also you'll have different objectives. So even I was handling a celebrity account, and the celebrity wanted a lot of page likes. Yes, so it will be more of page likes, maybe brand building, maybe brand awareness, etc. Yes, right. Let me know if this helps or if you have any follow up question. Uh, does if we bother landing page quality like Google? Okay, a good question, Mahesh. Not directly, not directly, but see, let's say you're going with conversions. Let's say you're going with conversions, which means the what you want a user to click on the ad and you want the user to go on the landing page and let's say fill up a form. So I start executing conversion ads. Now, when I execute these conversion ads, what I realize is that people are coming to my landing page, okay, but no one is filling up the form. No one is filling up the form. Yeah. Now, because no one is filling up the form, the ad performance is going down because Facebook can monitor conversions. Okay, how to do it is something that we can discuss later. But Facebook, with the help of pixel codes, can monitor the conversion. So even though Facebook might not go to your landing page to check the relevancy of the page like Google does, what happens is that if the conversions are low, anyway the campaign performance is affected. Facebook will see that, oh, this campaign is not performing so well. Very less conversions are happening because the landing page is either misleading or let's say if it is very badly designed and so on. Yeah, so indirectly, yes, it bothers, but not directly. Does that make sense, Mahesh? What is the profit do owner earn if we click the relevant content? So, oh, that totally depends on the brand, Pratishtha. So if let's say if you are into this is more more comes more into the affiliate marketing part. So let's say BuzzFeed. Okay, so BuzzFeed will have own ads. I mean, they will have, let's say if you go to BuzzFeed, you will see that they have different ads usually. All right, and so all of these things that you see, okay, see in this advertisement. Now, based on the traffic that you get, let's say if these guys only got 100 traffic per day, then the charge that they will be giving for this ad, or the money that they'll be making through this ad, will be lesser. But if let's say they're drawing 1 lakh people, or 10 lakh people, then this they will be able to charge more for this ad. Getting it? So that is how their profit increases with more traffic. Cool. Okay. Now, uh, it's 11:26. We'll keep on moving ahead, and we'll take a break in just a in let's say 15-20 minutes. Right now. So now John is extremely pleased with Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, you're great. You have such amazing targeting options. So you have such amazing objectives, and it all of it makes sense. But now tell me one thing: that how will you ensure that my ad is shown to the right people? Because I don't want my ad to be shown to people who won't buy from me anyway. Because I'll be wasting money if I show my ad to everyone, right? So how will you ensure that my ad is shown only to the relevant people? To which Facebook says that don't worry, we have these amazing targeting filters. We have these targeting filters, yes, using which you will be able to reach out to the very specific audience that you want to cater to. So then John is again happy, and John says that okay, explain me these targeting filters. So what kind of targeting filters are available? So now we move to the next part. After selecting the objectives, we select the the targeting. We select the people that we want to target, and to make it very simple for you, the targeting is divided into three parts. Just three parts: core, custom, and lookalike. So always remember these three words: core, custom, lookalike. Core, custom, lookalike. Core, custom, lookalike. If I wake you up in the middle of the night, you should be able to say these three words: core, custom, lookalike, because these are the only three ways in which Facebook ad targeting can be done. So now we'll look at these options in a little more depth. So let's start with core audiences. What all do you think Facebook knows about us? What all information does Facebook have about us? Age group, interest, everything, what we search, gender, yes. Then location, likes, interest, everything. Okay, our likes, gender, yeah, okay. It knows what kind of movies we like. It knows where we travel. It knows if we are single, married, and so on. It knows the searches that we do. It knows where we work. It knows everything. And this data is precious. Why is this precious? It's precious because now Facebook can use this data to make advertisers reach out to you based on your interest. So for example, if Facebook has observed that okay, Pranav is someone who is interested in football, he has liked a lot of football pages on Facebook. He has used the keyword football in his searches. He has used the word football in his Facebook statuses. He has clearly mentioned on Facebook that he's watching a football match. All of this clearly points out to the fact that Pranav is a big fan of the word of he is a big fan of football. Now let's say if a sports store starts in my locality, so just 3 kilometers from where I stay, there is a sports shop now. and that sports shop sells, let's say, football studs, football shoes, and they want to target people in their area who have football as an interest. So the advertiser of that shop, he sets up a Facebook ad and he says that show my ad to people who are 4 kilometers in the around the radius of my shop, and they should have the interest football. That's what the owner of that shop does. And now Facebook knows that, oh, Pranav is someone who is interested in football. He is just 2 kilometers away from that shop. I should definitely show this ad to Pranav. So this is how it works. They take our data and then they use the same data to show the ad to us. So core audiences typically consist of that. So let's say things like location, demographics, interests, behaviors, and connections. So I will now take you to the Facebook dashboard itself. Right, so let's say, for example, the first step is objective. So let's say as a sample we select page likes as the objective. Yeah, then we go ahead, let's say we select page. All right, now forget about custom audience. So as far as core targeting filters are concerned, they start from to connections connections. So firstly it starts with the location. Yeah, so for example, let's say John is doing this in a particular city, let's say my hometown. Yeah, so John is doing this in Pune. So I will, the gym is in Pune, which means that the ad should be shown to people in Pune only. Yeah, this is one. Then the next targeting option is age. You can target based on the age. Yeah, so in this case, it's 18 to 65. Let's say the John has started a gym which is only for working professionals, which means that it is from people from the age of 28 to, let's say, 45, for example. Yeah. Then you have gender. You can target either males or females or both. Yeah, in this case, we'll go with both. Let's say languages. So, do you think languages is a relevant filter for this particular business? Yeah, in this case, it's not a great filter. If you want to target in most of the cases, it might not work. Okay, languages, but in certain cases, you might feel the need to use language as the target filter. Yeah, but for now, we'll leave this blank. The idea is not to use all the filters. Okay, some people feel that they should use all the filters. No, in fact, you should just use two or three filters. I mean, typically you would find that you don't need a lot of filters, just two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, but that's all. You can't have 50 or 100 filters. So don't feel bad if you are not using a lot of filters. So languages will skip. Then we have detailed targeting. Now this is where it gets really, really detailed. There is demographics, there is interests, and there is behaviors. Detailed targeting can be done in three ways. It's either demographics, interest, or behavior. So I'll open a few of them. Okay, we can't do everything because it's too lengthy, but let's see how much we can explore. So if I expand demographics, for example, again there is education, life events, parents, politics, relationship. If I, let's say, expand on education and then again expand education level, it means that I can target people who have an associate degree, who are college grads, doctorate degree in college, in grad school, in high school, some college, etc. I can target people based on the fields of study or schools or undergraduates. Okay, that's just about education. Let's say life events. So I can target people who have anniversary within 30 days or anniversary within 31 to 60 days. What kind of people you think, what kind of businesses you think can use these two options, anniversary within 30 days and anniversary within 31 to 60 days? Okay, gifting is one. Then yes, so florists, yes, florist, ferns and petals. Okay, Restaurants, discounts, cakes, planning, travel. Okay. Holiday trips, yes. Chocolates, maybe? Did anyone say chocolates? Cakes, resorts, gifts, yes. Yes. All right. Then you have birthdays. So let's say if you want to target people who have birthdays in specific months, people who have birthdays in August, April, July, etc., you can do that. Let's say people who are in long distance relationship, who have a new job, who are in a new relationship, let's say newly engaged in 1 year, 3 months, 6 months, newly wed within 1 year, 3 months, 6 months, recently moved, etc. All of this will come into life events. Okay, maybe I'll just explore a couple of more parents. This is super important. Let's say if you want to sell something to the kids, between the ages of 3 to 5 years or 0 to 12 months. If you are into selling toys, what will you do? You target the parents, of course. So new parents, all parents, 3 to 5 years, 18 to 26 years, 6 to 8, 8 to 12. So depending on the age of the child. Politics is only for US relationships. So people who are in a divorce relationship, complicated, engaged, married, separated, and so on. And then you have work, which means that you can target people based on the industries like administrative services, business and finance, construction, extraction, IT and technical services, legal services, blah blah blah. This is just about TS, and this is just about the demographics. I'll now open interests. Interests are again many. Let's say people who are interested in business and industry, entertainment. Let's say if I open entertainment, people who are interested in games, live events, movies, music, reading, TV, etc. Let's say if I open music, people who are interested in blues, classical, country music, gospel music, jazz music, rock music, pop music, soul music, whatever that means. Same goes for movies. Let's say people who are interested in action movies, animated movies, comedy movies, drama movies, fantasy movies, and so on. Yeah, and then same goes for reading, television, family and relationships. Yeah, then fitness and wellness. So for John, this is a very good option. Yeah, he will want to target people who are interested in bodybuilding, who are interested in, let's say, physical exercise, and who are interested in weight training, for example. Yeah, so these are the interests that John has selected. Similarly, there is food and drink. So you can target people based on the beverages that they like: coffee, juice, tea, cuisine. If I like Chinese cuisine, French cuisine, German, Greek, Italian, Korean, Mexican, Thai cuisines, and all. Let's say if I like barbecue, chocolates, fast food, pizza, seafood, veganism, vegetarianism, restaurants, coffee houses, diners, fast casual, hobbies and activities, people who are into art and music, home and garden, travel, sports and fashion, technology and sports and outdoors. Yeah, so there are many topics, and the last is behaviors. Behaviors means how you behave online. Yeah, so let's say for example, people who are job seekers, you can target people based on the mobile device that they use. So if I want to target people who are using iPhone 8 plus only, or iPhone 5s only, or iPhone 10 only, I can do that. I can target people who are using iPad Air 2 only, or iPhone 6s Plus only, or HTC mobile devices only, or Google Nexus only, or Micromax, or Samsung, and so on. Yeah, network connection, which means that I can target people who are using 2G networks, 3G networks, 4G networks. Then let's say I'll explore travel, which means that people who are commuters, frequent travelers, frequent international travelers, returned from trip 1 week ago, 2 week ago, etc. Yeah, this is more about behaviors. So these are typically the targeting options, right? No, this data is not via WhatsApp. So WhatsApp data is apparently encrypted. There's a lot of debate and discussion about this, as you know, because of the recent controversy. But the WhatsApp data is encrypted, which means that the WhatsApp data is not monitored. It's just the Facebook data that is being monitored as per the official statement, right? And the last part is connections, which is super easy. So if you are doing a Facebook like campaign, will you show your ad to people who have already liked your page? You will not show that, right? Because that's a waste of money. You will not show the people who have already liked the page. Yeah, so you will exclude the people who have liked your page. So connections basically allows gives you options like these uh, to filter out the relevant people from the relevant people. This is all of this comes into core audience targeting. But we are doing a good question, Gaurav. But we are doing a page like campaign right now. If we were doing a conversion campaign, then yes, your logic is absolutely right. But if we are doing a page like campaign, we wouldn't want to show the same ad to the people who have already liked the page, because the call to action to this ad will be to like a page only, but I've already liked the page. Getting it? Yeah. All of this comes into core audience targeting. So before we move to custom, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, no questions. Shall we take a break then? Let's take a break and then we'll come back and do the do a custom and lookalike. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next 19 minutes. So 12 p.m. Indian Standard Time, which is 19 minutes from now. Right? So have your cup of coffee or tea, and I'll see you guys pretty soon. Bye. 19 minutes. Okay, bye. I apologize for the 2 minute delay. Uh, let's resume. Mm. So yes, we looked at what we looked at. We are looking at rather three ways of targeting, in which we looked at the core core aspect of it. Yeah, core audience targeting. What is the second one? What's the second type of targeting? This is the first one. What is the second way of targeting? I need you all to remember this. Okay, it's custom. Yes, it's custom. It's custom. Custom audience. Yes, core custom lookalike. Now let's take a look at what custom is. So if you can think of core as the audience which you are trying to reach for the first time, maybe typically, so you have not met them before. They're kind of a stranger, and you are reaching out to them, for the first time. Yeah. So core audiences is that. Custom audiences, on the other hand, is the type of audience that you have kind of met before. You have had a certain interaction with them in the past. So let's take an example. Has it ever happened to you that you go on a website, let's say Amazon, or let's say Make My Trip, yeah, and you don't really buy anything, you don't really do any booking, but still the same ad, let's say you look for flights from place A to place B, you don't book the flights, you just close the tab, but now the same ad keeps on following you wherever you go. Has that ever happened to you? It has, right? And the reason that it has happened to you is because it has been done intentionally. The brand has been tracking you down. And do you know what this is called? This concept is called uh, when you target the people who have visited your website. Yes, it's known as remarketing or retargeting. Yes, it's known as remarketing or retargeting, and it is typically done by using cookies. Right? So that's one way. Remarketing is one way of creating custom audiences. But the point here is that custom audiences are the people with whom you have interacted with the past. Now let me go to my Facebook ad dashboard again and show you all how to create custom audiences and what all options are available. So when I come here, I need to go out for custom audiences. Okay, I need to go out of this particular page. So I'll go to audiences. Now I'll click on create audiences. I click on custom audiences. Now, as you can see, there are these few ways in which we can create custom audiences. There is no need to get too deep into this or too intimidated by this. This is all pretty simple. Website traffic is through website traffic, like we have all spoke. Remarketing. That's what website traffic is all about. Customer file is interesting. It means that, let's say if you have a customer database. Let's say you have the email IDs of 10,000 people. Now, in the email marketing model, you will run different ways of creating those email IDs. But let's say you have been able to create a good amount of email IDs, let's say around 10,000 email IDs, and now you want to show your ad to only those 10,000 people. You want to show your ad to only those 10,000 people. That can be managed by using this customer file. In customer file, Facebook will ask you to upload the Excel sheet which has these names and email IDs and or phone numbers, and now your ad will be shown to those people only. Website traffic is showing your ad to people who already visited your website. App activity is showing your ad to the people who have taken some action in your game or some action in your application. Offline is, you can create a list of people who interact with your phones through offline channels. And engagement, so even engagement is interesting, so I'll just elaborate a little bit on engagement. In engagement, you have video, lead form, full screen experience, Facebook page, Instagram, and event. Let's say Facebook page. Here, you will be able to create a list of people who have interacted with your Facebook page, which means that you will be able to show your ad to people who have like, commented, or shared any of the Facebook posts. So, if let's say if I go here, I will now be able to create an audience of people who, let's say, people who sent a message, who clicked any call to action, who engaged with any post or ad in the past, let's say 90 days. I'll give this audience some kind of a name. I'll change the page to, let's say, towards fulfillment. Yeah. So now I can create an audience which has engaged with any post made by this page in the past 90 days. Yeah. And now I can create a separate ad and show my ad to this audience, which is what I'll just name this ABC. I can create a different ad now and I can show this ad to this audience whose name is ABC. And how is this audience ABC different? This audience ABC is different because these guys have already interacted with my post in the past 90 days, which means that they are familiar to me, which means that they are not strangers. All right. This is one way of doing it. Let's say, let's look at in engagement, let's look at video. So now you can target people who have seen 3 seconds of your video, 10 seconds of your video, 25%, 50%, 75% of your video. What do you think is the difference between someone who has watched 25% of your video versus someone who has watched 75% of your video? What do you think is the difference between the two? The level of interest, right? The 75% guy is much more interested in your content than the 25% guy. Exactly, yes. And hence they are more likely to convert. So are you getting this? I can do one thing. See, instead of selling directly, let's say if I'm selling a course, an online course on social media marketing, or let's say digital marketing, instead of I can go about it in three ways. One is that I can directly reach out to the people saying ki, please buy my course. That is one way. Or second way is that first I create a video, a short video of, let's say, 2 minutes, saying how digital marketing will help your career. For example, how digital marketing helps career. I create that video, I publish that video, and through video views, I promote that video. Now that video will, let's say, reach out to 10,000 people, for example. Out of those 10,000 people, 100 people will watch 75% of my video, for example. Right? So I'll now create a new audience who have watched 75% of my video, call them ABC, and now I will create an ad which says that buy my digital marketing course, and it will be shown only to the ABC people. And because they have watched my video previously, rather was 75% of my video, they will be more interested in buying my product. That's one way of doing it. Similarly, we looked at this, now we'll go back, we'll revisit this now. Let's say people who engage with your page, who engage with any post or ad in the last 90 days. So instead of selling the digital marketing course directly, first I can run an ad saying, if you are interested in enhancing your career. I'm giving very stupid examples, okay, but the point is just to convey where this falls in picture. So if I make a post saying that if you will hit like or comment or share this post, if you are interested in learning digital marketing, or if you are interested in helping digital marketing take your career to the next level, something like this, I first boost that post. When I boost that post, let's say 5,000 people like my post, let's say 2,000 people comment on my post, and let's say 1,000 people share my post. Which means what? 5,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000, 8,000 people have engaged with my post or ad. Now I create one more ad selling that digital marketing course, and I am now targeting these 90 people only. Sorry, these not these 90 people. Forget that. I'm targeting the ABC audience only, which could be what five plus two plus one, which is what 8,000 people. And now because these 8,000 people have already engaged with the post, they are much more targeted, and hence they'll buy. There are more chances of them buying from me. Is everyone understanding? So these are the different ways in which you can create custom audiences. Can I get a yes if you have understood custom audiences before I move to lookalike audiences? Just the theory part, okay? I mean, of course, you need to look at each and every option in detail, and you can just see how it works. But the theory, I hope you understand, right? Now, the last type of targeting is the lookalike audience targeting. Okay, now the logic is simple here. What does look alike mean? Look alike means an audience which looks like look alike. An audience which looks like the custom audience, which is similar, yes, which is similar to the custom audience, is known as look alike audience. I'll repeat. We know what core audience is. We know what custom audiences is now. What is lookalike? A lookalike audience is an audience which looks like the custom audience. Look-alike audience is an audience which is similar to the custom audience. Basically, when you create a custom audience, so in the previous example, we created custom audiences. Let's say ABC. You have created custom audience, and let's say the size of that custom audience is 1,000 people. Yeah, 1,000 people. So you were able to create a custom audience of 1,000 people. Now, if you want to go beyond those 1,000 people? If you want to go beyond those 1,000 people, why do you want to again create a custom audience I mean, why do you want to keep on creating more and more custom audiences? Instead, let's get that audience analyzed and create one more set of audiences. Let's create lookalike audiences which is similar to the custom audience, and because it is similar to the custom audience, it is more likely to buy from me or purchase from me or interact with me, because they're anyway they are similar to the people who have shown interest to me earlier. So what do I do? I choose a source, which means that I choose a custom audience. Let's say these are the previous custom audiences that I've created. Okay, let's say this one. These are the previous ones. I'll select the location. All right, so let's say if I see again, if I say India, right? Now the last is this, which means that I can select it. I can do it from a range scale of 0 to 10. What is this 1%, 2%, 10%? So basically, this is the size. If I go on increasing, the size of the audience increases. So let's say it's 2.7 million right now. It becomes 4.5, 5.4 million if I take it to 2. If I take it to 3%, it becomes 8.1 million. If I take it to 4%, it becomes 10.9 million, and so on and so forth. So as I'm increasing this, the quantity is increasing, but the quality is decreasing. Or in other words, the extent to which this audience is similar to this audience, that extent is decreasing. Yeah, so quantity increases, but quality decreases, or the extent to which they're similar, that decreases. Or in other words, audience size ranges from 1% to 10%, with 1% being those who closely match your source. So, who most closely match to your source? 2% are someone who are a little less matched to your source than 1%, but more matched to your source than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10%. Getting it? This is how you create a lookalike audience. All right. Now let me know if you have any questions on core, custom, and lookalike targeting. I'll give you a few seconds to absorb this, so no hurry to ask questions. Just see if you have understood core, how it works. See if you can apply the same logic to your presentations, to your projects. Of course. So, guys, you can't understand Facebook ads in 4 hours. Okay, I have not been able to understand Facebook ads in 4 years. So, of course, you can't understand it in 4 hours. But what we can do is that we can get a starting point and then we can start to increase our expertise in this. Yes, I will do that, Mamta, in just a sec, okay? Getting into practicals is the key. Yes, yes, yes. See, the promise is never that now you have become pros. I have given you some magic formula and you have become pros. No, that's not what the thing is. But what I've tried to do is condense all the learnings in these 3 4 hours so that you take the best lesson home and know how to implement this. Okay, so first I'll answer Pratishta's question. See, when you click on this drop down, you can get to either create ads or manage ads. Let's say if you go to manage ads, you get to choose the account, and then from here you have these options. So you can go to the ads manager, you can go to the audiences, etc. Got it? Now what I'll do is that, Sucharita, one second. What is the name of our group? We had given a name for our group. What is that name? Yes, when you do the ads for the first time, you need to create an account. Yes, Mamta, that's absolutely correct. It was Social Avengers, I think, Nafis. Huh. Okay, so now I'll give you a really specific example so that all of these concepts are okay. So I'm going to answer, Sucharita, your question in I'll give you a long form answer to your question. Okay, so see, firstly, let's say I want to sell an online course. Okay, that course is, let's say, on Facebook marketing. This might become too meta. Okay, let's say I want to sell an online course on yoga. Chalo, an online course on yoga. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to sell, an online course on yoga. What are the approaches that I can take? Approach one. Approach one is that I can host my course on a page like this, on a landing page like this, and I can go with conversion ads. I can go with core audience targeting, conversion ads. Which means what? If it's core audience targeting, I will target people based on leads, also anything, conversion ads or leads ads, whatever. Okay, what will be the targeting? Targeting is core here. So core targeting, which means I will target people who have an interest in yoga, for example. We saw interest based targeting, no? So let's say we target people who are interested in yoga. Let's say I'm trying to sell this um, in a particular country. Okay, let's say Nepal. I'm trying to sell it in Nepal. Yeah. Now, I am targeting people who are interested in yoga, who are staying in Nepal, and let's say that particular number is X. The total number of people who are interested in yoga and in Nepal is X. What am I doing here? I am basically investing money to reach out to a lot of people, hoping that a few of them will buy my course. Now, this approach might work or might not work. It might work if we are lucky, but in most of the cases it might not work. Why do I say it might not work? Because you're directly trying to sell to people. You don't even have any brand trust. You don't have any credibility. You're simply trying to sell them in the first interaction, which might work. I'm not saying it won't work, but you will have to show your ad to many people after one conversion takes place, and hence it will become expensive for you. It will become expensive for you because you're showing your ad to lakhs and lakhs of people. So rather, can I suggest an approach to? Yes. So what is approach to? Approach to is that you directly don't try to sell. You don't try to sell directly. In this case, we try to sell directly. What you do here is that you build a funnel, which means you do custom audience creation. You do custom audience creation. How do you do that? Let's say there are two ways of doing it. Or sorry, there are many ways of doing it. Let's discuss two ways of doing it. I can create a video on how yoga reduces stress, something like this. And first, I boost the video with core audience targeting. Hmm? And now my video is shown to, let's say, 1 lakh people see the video, but only, let's say, 100 of them see 75% of my video. And hence I create a I create a custom audience which consists of 100 people, and I name it ABC. So can you see what I've done? In this second approach, I have not tried to sell. I have created a video and I have promoted that video by using core audience targeting so that it reaches out to 1 lakh people. But now I create a custom audience out of which 100 people have seen 75% of the video. And now I do another campaign, second stage campaign, where I sell to ABC only. Now in this case, I was selling it to everyone. This total number X, which is huge, I was selling it to everyone, and this is expensive. So now I would rather sell it to people who are more interested. Getting it? And this is a better way of doing it, because out of those 100 people, I will realize that, oh, 10 people actually buy my course. 10 people actually buy my course. Okay, this is the second approach. Now let's look at the third approach. Now you say that, okay, good stuff. I could sell 10 people. Okay, I could sell 10 people. But what if I want to sell 100 people? You guys tell me, what if I want to sell it to 100 people, which means that I want 10 times more conversion? What do I do now? No. See, Debbie, when I remarketed to those 100 people, out of them only 10 people bought the course. So it's pretty clear that more people out of those 100 people will not buy the course. Ha, very good. So see, one way of thinking which is not recommended, okay, one way of thinking which is not recommended is that you increase this number. That, oh, I first showed my video to 1 lakh people, now I'll do this 10 times. I'll show my video to 1 million people now. I'll add one more zero now, so that this number will increase by 10, and thus I will now show my ads to these 1,000 people, and then and that is how 100 people will buy. But instead of that, Facebook says, don't do this. Instead, you create a look-alike audience, because these 100 people have basically shown a lot of interest to you in you. So create a look-alike audience of these 100 people, and then show your ad to them. and you will realize that the conversion rates here are higher than blasting off, blindly. Just blasting off your ad blindly. If you build a funnel like this of people who are interested in you, you will be able to make much more impact. Now, do you guys see where core, custom, and lookalike lies in the funnel, or what is the importance of them? Can you see that? I dropped my glass. Yeah, I dropped my glass. Sorry. Ah, okay. So I'm assuming that it's all clear. So that's a good question. I will create a lookalike of people who, of 100 of those in this case, because I need a bit of quantity, in this case. If that 10 becomes 100, if the number of people who bought, if that becomes a bigger number, then I'll choose that. But in this case, because I'm starting out and because I don't have much number, you can start off with the 100 only. Because the sample size of 10 is too small, no? That's why. That's the only reason. Okay, cool. No, no query is silly query, Mahesh. So what would be the reach when you create a lookalike of 100? That reach will be dependent on this. Okay, so see, when you create, let's say you create a lookalike of 100. So in this case, the reach is 2.7 million, but that is all over India. Yeah. So if you, let's say if you create an audience, okay, let's call it certain audience, let's say ABC. Now what happens is that when you go to this ad dashboard, and when you, let's say, create a new ad, see, now when you start creating a new ad, you can select the lookalike audience or custom audience from here. So now if I say, let's say, lookalike audience, now this lookalike audience will be huge in number, but I can change it as per the location. So let's say if I want to show it only in my city, I can do that. So now this reach will decrease. Okay, so the short answer to your question is, Mahesh, that when you create lookalike, there is a scale, no, of 1% to 10%. The reach will depend on what you choose. 1%, the reach will be very less, but highly quality audience. So they're closely matched to your audience. 10 means highly quantitative audience. The quantity is huge, but they are very less matched to your source. Does that make sense, Mahesh? Does that answer your question? I don't think you're still convinced. Let me know if I can help in some other way, or other if I can. Still digesting. हाँ ठीक है. हाँ, that is fine. That is fine. That's a good this thing. I mean, I'm not even. I don't even feel guilty if you are feeling overwhelmed, because that's the point. The fact that you are feeling overwhelmed itself means that you are slightly out of your comfort zones, which is what I like. So good stuff. Um, cool. So now let's go to the next part. Okay, so we have done. So now John says that, okay, Facebook, you're making sense. You first told me about the objectives, which means what I need to achieve. I should be clear with it. And then your Facebook objectives will help me achieve that. Got it. Then you told me about targeting, which means that, or rather, which covered the way in which I will be able to reach out to those people who matter to me, or whom I matter to. So you told me about three ways of targeting: core, custom, and lookalike. Now tell me one thing, where all will my ad appear? Where all will my ad appear? So Facebook says that we have different placements, and depending on the placements that you choose, the ad will appear there. So let me ask you all first, where all have you seen Facebook ads appear? Where all? I mean, platforms, devices, tell me everything. Okay, so you have seen them on news feeds. Shopping sites, I'm not so sure. Okay, Rahul. Okay. Shopping sites, news feeds, bars. Okay, browser. Okay, yes. Okay, cool. So now what I'll do is that I will take my Facebook news feed first. So see, there are this ad that you see by Matthew Woodward. It's appearing. It's an ad. It says sponsored, and it's appearing here. This placement is known as newsfeed, Facebook newsfeed ad or desktop newsfeed ad. Why desktop? Because I'm talking to you on a desktop, right? I'm not teaching this through a mobile phone. This is a desktop, laptop basically. So this is known as a desktop newsfeed ad. This ad that you see by Upgrad, this ad that you see by Join Skill by Skillshare, both of these ads are known as right column ads. This is a newsfeed ad, and these are the right column ads. What is the difference between these two? As you can see, from what you can see, what do you think is the difference between the two? Which one static? Okay. So right column is static, is what you're saying. Okay. Then, okay. So newsfeed is more prominent. Yes. Newsfeed disappears. Pranal. Yes. Uh, no. Okay. So, Nafis, the targeting and placements are independent of each other. Okay. It doesn't go like this that, oh, newsfeed column is let's say core audience and right column is lookalike. No. Targeting and placements are two separate things. Yeah. Doesn't look like following. Okay. Okay, cool. So see, uh, newsfeed ads are much more prominent, as you can see. They also have, I mean, they are represented with a higher, with a bigger size of creative. You can like, comment, or share a newsfeed ad. Yeah. Right column ads, on the other hand, are smaller. You cannot like, comment, and share. Newsfeed ads have more visibility. Right column ads have lesser visibility. So it doesn't mean that we are against right column ads. They can have their own advantages. Sometimes product ads work really well on right column. If you have a single product, and if you simply write a certain, let's say I'm selling a washing machine for, let's say, so and so dollars. Yeah. So that kind of ads work well on mobile newsfeed as well. Sorry, on desktop right column as well. Yeah. So the point is that there are different types of placements, and they have different advantages. You can either let Facebook take all the decisions about this, or you can choose this yourself. So you can say that, okay, I'm not comfortable showing my ad on the right column. I'll only show my ad on the newsfeed. But also know that if newsfeed is more popular, it will be much more expensive also. So in fact, right column could be a good opportunity for you. So you can go with automatic placements and let Facebook only decide where to show, and Facebook will optimize the ad for you. What are the different placements? Let me elaborate on that. There is desktop newsfeed that we have seen. There is desktop right column. Okay. Now on mobile, you have mobile newsfeed. Yes, you must have seen that there is no right column on mobile. There's only mobile newsfeed. That's the third this thing, third placement. All right, guys, you have to give me 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry, 1 second. Yeah. So we have mobile. Then we have Instagram. How come Facebook ads are so on Instagram? How is it that Facebook ads are so on Instagram? What's the relation between the two? Yes, basically the simple answer is that Facebook owns Instagram. Facebook is the owner of Instagram, and hence Facebook can show the ads on Instagram as well. So that's another type of placement. Right? So we have Facebook newsfeed, we have Facebook right column, we have mobile newsfeed, we also have Instagram. Now, have you guys seen ads in your messengers? In your Facebook Messenger, have you seen ads? Yeah, just check it. That's also one placement. These are new placements. Now the ads are shown on Facebook Messenger as well. That's another placement. Have you seen ads where you're watching a video on Facebook, and in between a video you see a video ad? Have you seen that by any chance? That's known as video in stream ad or in stream video ads. Yeah, they are available on YouTube also. Typically, they appear at the start. No, you have this YouTube video ad, and that can be skipped sometimes. Sometimes it can. Similarly, you have Facebook video in stream video ads. All right, and the last placement is. Don't worry, I'll summarize all of this for you. The last placement is what? Audience network. Audience network. So who all have done the Google AdWords course before this course? Who all have done the SEM module? Okay, those who have done it, in-stream video ad, yes. So see, just like Google has a few partners, what are those partners? Google has partner websites and partner mobile apps. Yeah, and Google can show you an ad on those partners or on those websites as well. That is known as Google Display Network. No, Google Display Network. What is that? A collection of websites and applications which are Google partners. Similarly, Facebook has its own partners. So Facebook says that not only do you have the option of showing your ad on Facebook or Instagram, we can show you your ad outside Facebook also. And when you ask, okay, outside Facebook, but where? Facebook will say that there are different websites and different mobile applications which are our partners, and we can show your ad on them as well. And that is known as Facebook Audience Network. Okay, that's known as Facebook audience network. Right. So I'll just summarize the whole list for you now. Okay, one sec. Yes. So this is the whole list. You have desktop newsfeed, you have mobile newsfeed, you have desktop right column, you have Instagram, you have Messenger, you have in-stream videos, and you have Facebook audience network. All right. So they look some sort of previews of a few of them. So see, desktop looks like this, mobile news right column looks like this. This looks like mobile newsfeed looks like this. Okay, one sec. I'll show the list again. I'll let you all absorb the list first. Yeah, so just a few previews, guys. This we already know. Mobile newsfeed. Sorry, what am I saying? Desktop newsfeed. This is desktop right column. Yeah, this is mobile newsfeed. Appears in the mobile cell phone. This is Instagram. Appears on Instagram, and then this is audience network. Yeah, it is this. This appears on different websites. This appears on different websites. You can choose these objectives. So when you go to the ads manager, okay, again I'll go to the create ads. Again from the start, okay, it starts with the objectives. We'll start over. Let's start with the objectives. We choose the objective of engagement. We choose page likes. Then we click on continue. Then we select the page for which we want to run the ads. Yeah, so we will select a sample page for now. Let's say towards fulfillment. Then we do some targeting. Yeah, so this targeting is okay. Then we come down and then here we select the placements. Now you can either go with automatic placements or edit placements. What happens if you go with edit placement? Here it means that you can change the placements. Okay, you can select the placements that you want. You can deselect the placements that you want. So you are basically doing it manually. But Facebook says that you can also go with automatic. What's the difference between automatic and manual? If you go with automatic, your ads are shown everywhere. Your ads are shown everywhere. So Facebook will show the ads wherever in places they are likely to perform. So Facebook is not trying to rob you. Facebook will experiment. It will see that okay, where is this particular ad getting more response. So let's say if it tries with Facebook newsfeed, newsfeed ad, right column ad, and Instagram ads, and also let's say audience network. And then after a couple of days, Facebook realizes that okay, audience network and right column are not doing so well. Instagram ads are doing well, so Facebook will show your ads on Instagram much more often than the other places where it is not performing well. So this is automatic placements. Automatic optimization takes place if you go with automatic placements. But if you're absolutely sure that you don't want to show your ad on, let's say, Instagram, and if you only want to show it on right column or newsfeed or wherever, you can manually also change it by using edit placements. That's what placement is all about. Any further clarity on placements? Otito and Debbie, is it clear? Let me know. Anyone else? Any doubts on placements? Clear? Yeah, Crystal? This is more like AdWords, yes. Rahul, in many cases, automatic is better, but I personally tend to intervene a lot. Okay, so I know for a fact that this ad won't look great on Instagram or right column. So in that case, I just switch off the right column. But Facebook always recommends that you keep it automatic. See, Facebook is saying that if you give me more options to optimize, I will ensure that your ad performs the best. But if you restrict me like this, if you restrict me that to only one platform, I have only limited scope of making your ad work. That's the whole logic. I experienced that. I see Myntra. Yes, yes. So those are Instagram placements done by Facebook, done through Facebook dashboard itself. Yeah. Um, so the first part was, if you look at the flow, just try to see how this flow is unfolding for us. Objectives is what are you trying to achieve? That's what objectives is. Yeah. Targeting is what, whom are you trying to reach? Placements is what, where will the ad be shown? Budgeting is what, which we'll see right now, is that how will I be charged for the ads? And formats is what will be the format of the ad? Will it be a single image ad or a video ad or a slideshow and so on, right? So that's how what the flow is. We are done with 3 points, two are remaining. Could we manage Instagram audience, Rahul? So your targeting will depend on targeting only, not on placement. So even if you, let's say, select fitness as your targeting, and even if your ad is shown on Instagram, it will be shown to people who are interested in fitness only. So placement is irrelevant from targeting, or independent of targeting. Yeah, everything. No, targeting includes everything. No, even if you choose age, even if you choose this that, all of that will cover in targeting. Cool. Uh, I guess they're expensive because I don't see much of local ads. No, I wouldn't say they're expensive. See, it depends. You might experience that a few ads are expensive here, and then you might stop them and you might focus on the ones that are. See, optimization always takes place. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. So I'll just show you an ad that I'm running right now. Okay, so for example, good question, Mahesh. I'll come to it. Just one sec. So I'm like I said, I'm promoting my workshop. So here I'm doing this ads for small business owners. Yeah. Now, if I open this, I was first executing these many ads. Okay, but then I realized that, oh, these ads are costing, but they are not performing so well. The relevance score is low, and this ad was performing well. It has given me 9 leads so far. Yeah, so I kept on optimizing. I switched off these ads and I switched on these ads. Yeah, even you can break the performance as per the platform as well. Okay, now in this particular case, it's just Facebook as the platform, but you can also check when you explore this, you will realize that you can also check the performance based on the platform. So if you realize that, oh, the Instagram ads are much more expensive, you can pause them and you can focus only on other placements. But what I'm saying is that Facebook itself will also try to optimize that. Yeah. What are Facebook partner websites other than Instagram? Is there a list as such? Great question. So, if you have studied Google, you will understand that Google gives you a list. Okay, Google actually gives you a list, and you can select. Let's say if it gives you a list of 100 websites, you can remove a few ones which are, so that is a suggested list, and you can remove the list. You can remove the websites which are not which you don't like or which you think are not relevant to the brand, and you can just remove those. Yeah, but Facebook audience network, at least at this point of time, does not give you a list. Facebook simply says that we have our partners. They could be any website. It could be any random website you go on the internet which shows ads. Even that could be a Facebook partner, you don't know yet. So for now, you can't change the list on Facebook like you can on Google. You just have to kind of let go that, oh, Facebook will show my ad on a few websites or applications which are relevant to my targeting. Okay. All right, let's move to the budgeting part now. Yeah, but before we move to budgeting, let's look at the Facebook campaign structure. And this is again super important. Facebook campaign structure, just like Google structure, consists of three hierarchies, or three, sorry, one hierarchy only, but three levels. The hierarchy is what? Campaign, ad set, and ads. Campaign, ad set, and ads. So let's explore what this is about. Now, every objective, the first thing that we do is that we start off with objectives, which means that we choose something and we execute a campaign on that particular objective. Now, one campaign corresponds to one objective. So, for example, if we choose traffic as one objective, we have to create one campaign on it. If we create conversions as another objective, we have to create a separate campaign for it. It can't happen that one campaign will have two objectives. One campaign will always correspond to only one objective. So if you want to have multiple objectives, create multiple campaigns. That's what it is. So campaign lies at the top. Now one campaign can have multiple ad sets. As you can see, one campaign can have multiple ad sets and one ad set can have multiple ads. Now why is this? So firstly, one campaign you might feel the need to target different people, different sets of people. You might feel the need to have different bidding. You might feel the need to have different placements in different ad set, and hence to have that flexibility, you have multiple ad sets. And in one ad set, you can have multiple ads. So let's take an example because I'm sure no one understood. Let's take an example. Let's say, let's say you are a brand which sells sweaters. Okay, you sell sweaters and jackets for during winter. You sell sweaters and jackets. Now, let's say you have three audiences. You have teenagers between the age of 13 to 19. You have males between the age of 24 to 40, and you have females between the age of 24 to 40. So kids, men, and women. That's your target audience. Now, if you want to sell jackets or sweaters in winter, you create a campaign, let's say conversion campaign. You take them to the website, and it's an e-commerce site, and they buy it from there. Now, do you think it's a good idea to go with a uniform approach of reaching out to all of these target audiences, or you need to go with a separate approach for all of these separate audiences? Uniform or separate? Of course, separate, right? I mean, you cannot show a woman wearing a sweater to a man. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to connect with the product. Yeah, or same thing. I mean, you can't show kids wearing sweaters to a woman. So you need to have different approaches. Also, you might have a different objectives. Let's say you want to sell 500 units of kids sweater. You want to sell 1,000 units of men, 1,000 units of women. So you can have different objectives there. You can have different budgets. X dollars for men, y dollars for kids, and z dollars for women. In order to have these separate approaches, you need to have separate ad sets, which means you will have ad set 1 for kids, ad set 2 for men, and ad set 3 for women. That's why you have this facility of creating different ad sets for a single campaign. And then in one campaign you have multiple sorry in one ad set you have the option of creating multiple ads. Now, in one ad set, you target the same audience. Then why do you need multiple ads? What could be the reason to have multiple ads? Kids, you have to show differentiated audience, reaching them in different ways. That's one answer. Um, but there's a bigger answer here. Relevancy, different product category. I haven't really got the an answer which is very close to the right answer. Newness. Okay, let me ask the question in a different way. Do you think the job of a Facebook advertiser or any advertiser is to just create ads and then forget about it and then relax and chill? Is that the job of a Facebook advertiser? No. Okay, so Yash has given the right answer. The job of a Facebook advertiser is not just creation but also optimization, because this is art and science. Even if you call Mark Zuckerberg right now and ask him that, hey Mark, I'm doing this campaign in this area, what will be the cost per conversion, give me the exact amount, he can't give you the exact amount because it depends on a lot of parameters. It depends on the audience behavior, the time of the year, and so on and so forth. So the job of a Facebook advertiser is to keep on coming back and optimizing the campaign because we need to get the best results in the lowest cost. Yeah, and because of that, you need to test different things. You don't know which ad will perform well, so you test different things. Yes, you need to identify which one works better. But how will you identify if you have only one ad? Then you can't test. So what you do is that you keep multiple ads. You keep two ads or three ads or four ads, and then you see how are they performing. And you realize that, oh, ads number one and three are doing really well. Ad number two is doing very poorly, and ad number four is doing okay. It's just just satisfactory. So maybe I say to myself, okay, I'll definitely pause ad number two because it's doing horribly. I'll definitely keep ad numbers one and three active, and ad number four I'll maybe take a chance and go ahead with it for a few days maybe and just see if it does better or worse. And hence you need to have multiple ads in one ad set. So one campaign can have multiple ad sets if you want to target different people, and one ad set can have multiple or should have multiple ads ideally. Okay, please type in I if you are with me. AYEI. Even a single I would do. Everyone, I just need what 24, 25. I. All right, cool. Now let's talk about. So now let's um, get into the payment models. All right, and let's look at these two concepts of CPC, CPM. You might have heard of them, you might have studied them, but we'll still touch upon them. So I'll just take a I'll give a break for my voice and I'll just ask you guys to explain what is CPC, what is CPM, what are the abbreviations of both, and how do they work. Okay, so the full form of CPC is CP is cost per click. All right. Okay. Okay, and then what is CPM? Cost per million what? It's cost per miles. Okay, CPM is cost per miles, and 1 mile is equal to 1,000 impressions. 1 mile is basically 1,000 impressions. Okay, so CPC is cost per click and CPM is cost per miles. 1 mile is equal to 1,000 impressions. So you are charged for impressions in CPM. Okay, so now help me. This is the full form, but how do they work? How does CPC work? How does CPM work? Help me understand that a little, please. Sorry. How does CPC work? Okay, okay. Vijit, what is that? CPC or CPM? Ah, good. Yes. Okay, I think all of these answers are correct. I'll just explain though what is CPC and CPM. Okay. CPC is so okay. Going back to our story, John asks Facebook that okay, Facebook, everything is cool, objectives are cool, targeting is cool, placements are cool. Now tell me, how should I pay you money? How will I be able to pay you the money? On what basis will I be paying you money? Facebook says I will give you a choice. John says, okay, what choice? Facebook says that you can either choose from CPC or you can opt for CPM. So John says, okay, please explain to me what CPC is and what CPM is. So Facebook says, okay, if you choose the CPC model, you will be charged only when a user clicks on your ad. I repeat, when you go with the CPC model, you will be charged, or rather, John will be charged, or a business will be charged only when the user clicks on the ad. And if you go with CPM, the business or John will be charged just for showing the ads, just for impressions. So let's take an example. Now I'll again go to my news feed. So let's go to my news feed. I'll just refresh this. I'll just refresh this and wait for an ad to appear. So I'm scrolling down now. Okay, now this ad by Poster My Wall has appeared on my newsfeed. Now let's assume, okay, I'm not sure yet, but we can assume that this ad by Poster My Wall is a CPC ad. Let's assume that this is a CPC ad. So when this ad appeared on my newsfeed, has this brand been charged yet for this ad? No. Now has this brand been charged for the ad? Why? Because they were using the CPC model and I had not clicked on it. I had not clicked on it first and hence they were not charged. But the moment I clicked on it, they were charged because they're using the CPC model. Now, scenario number two. Imagine that I've refreshed my newsfeed again. Okay, I'm not refreshing it actually, but imagine that I have refreshed the newsfeed again. Again, I come down and I see this ad by Poster My Wall, but in this case, they have used the CPM model. They have used the CPM model. So when this ad appeared, have they been charged? Yes. Why? Because it's chargeable for impressions. Now when I click this ad, now are they charged? No, they are not charged. Very good. They are not charged. So what does this mean? It means that in CPM, Facebook says my responsibility is just to show the ad, which I will do. And when your ad is shown, you will be charged for it. I don't care if the user clicks on it or not. So CPM is that particular model. CPM is works that way. If you go with CPC, you will not be charged for showing the ads. You will be charged only when the user clicks on the ad. That's the whole logic, right? Now, before we get into the further discussion of CPC and CPM, I just need to know if you have understood the definition. So please, if you have any questions pertaining to the definition, please ask because we have not uh, covered the whole concept. Okay, is it possible because I have a choice CPC? No, Suraj, no. Um, Okay, this question I'll answer in just a bit because it is dependent on a few things that we have to discuss ahead. So CPC and CPM topic is not covered yet. Kronal, again, your question is a little out of scope, so hold on, hold on. Is the definition clear? You didn't get cost per miles. Okay. See, one mile basically consists of 1,000 impressions. So you can actually consider CPM as, you can just call it cost per impressions if you want. If it makes it easier for you, just call it cost per impressions, which means that you are charged for impressions. You, as in the brand, is charged for impressions. In CPC, the brand is charged only when a user clicks on the ad. In CPM, the brand is charged just for showing the ad, or just when the ad appears, the brand is charged, regardless of whether the user clicks on it or not. Is it clear now, Nafis? Okay. All right. So now we have this whole discussion on which is better, right? And initially we used to have a lot of discussion on this, especially when Facebook ads were relatively new. But now things have been made very easy. Um, okay, I will take this question first. How did you define that ad? I didn't define it, Rahul. I just assumed it. Like I said, I was assuming stuff. I do not know whether this ad is CPC or CPM, but just to make a point clear, I assumed it. All right. So we used to have a lot of elaborate discussion on CPC and CPM, but now it is just not needed because the Facebook ads have become like a lot easier to operate, and we'll figure that out as we go ahead. Yeah, but as far as CPC and CPM are concerned, let's figure out a little bit about when to use what. Okay. Now, the general norm which you would have understood. So I see a few questions which please hold on to, guys. I'll answer them in just a bit. I believe a lot of these things will be answered in the coming topic and in the coming 5 minutes in this topic itself. Now, you must have seen this in Google AdWords as well. The logic is the same. Okay, the guideline is the same. The guideline is that if you expect the user to take any tangible action, if you expect the user to take any tangible action, what can be tangible action? Let's say if you want the user to buy a product, that's a tangible action. If you want the user to read your blog, if you want the user to, yes, let's say if you want to generate leads, if you want the user to give you his contact information, if you want user to download your brochure or ebook or whatever it is, all of this is tangible action. Or subscribe, yes, register, thank you. All of these are tangible actions. If you want a user to take tangible actions, you should go with the CPC option. If you want the user to take any tangible action, you should go with the CPC option. And if you want the user just to become aware about your brand, if you want the user just to know about your brand a little, if you want to create brand recall value in the minds of your customer, if you want to have reach for your brand, you go with CPM. I repeat, if you want the user to take any tangible action, like buy a product, subscribe, download, uh, fill a form, etc., all of that is all of these are tangible actions, and hence you should go with CPC. But if you just simply want to create a mind space in the user, if you want to simply have more reach, if you simply want to build a more brand recall, you go with CPM, right? So one example that I give, which has somehow worked quite a lot, I mean, I've got a positive feedback on that, so I'll use that only. Let's say you are, um, let's say you are on the beach. Okay, let's say you are in Hawaii or whatever. Let's say you're in Goa, whatever beach that you want. You see umbrellas on the beach. Okay, those big umbrellas, and those umbrellas, let's say, have Pepsi and Coke written over them. Okay, you have Pepsi and Coke written over them. That ad, is that more of CPC or CPM? That's CPM. Why is that CPM? That's CPM because you don't look at the Pepsi ad or you don't look at the Coca-Cola ad and buy a Coca-Cola. It's just simply to be in front of your eyes. It's simply to create some kind of brand awareness, some kind of just to remind you. Yes. But now let's say in that shop that you are sitting in, or let's say in the shack or in the restaurant that you are in, you see a board which says buy Pepsi bottle only for these many dollars or only for rupees 8. What is that? Is that CPC or CPM? When you see a board which says buy Pepsi now, that's more of CPC. Yes, that's more of CPC in the second case because it is instigating an action. So this is the basic guideline that you need to remember when you execute CPC or CPM campaign. So there is no better or worse. If there was better or worse, then there would be only one option. But it depends on what you want to achieve. Yeah. So yes, one way of defining it could be something which is more tangible should go with CPC, and then something which is more awareness driven or brand recall driven should go with CPM. Right. So yes. Is this clear now? Just type in hey oh if it's clear. Just type in hey oh or a oh whatever. Are you guys having fun or is this getting overwhelming, boring, or what is the overall this thing? Fun? This I just don't say to make myself feel good. Okay, I'm genuinely trying to take feedback here so you can be honest. Okay, finding it interesting. Okay, fun with learn. All right. As long as we're understanding and digesting, fun but saturated now. Okay, that's an honest feedback. Let me see what all is remaining, and then we'll take a call on what to do today and what to do tomorrow. Okay, I'll tell you what. You can actually stop today. You can actually stop today because I know this is a very overwhelming session. You get to learn a lot of new things. In the next class, just be open to the session being extended by 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, because we will cover the remaining part in the next class. So please be open to the session being extended by 5 to 10 minutes. But before you go, I just need everyone to give me their one takeaway for the day. What was their takeaway? It can be a technical takeaway. It can be as simple as I understood Facebook targeting, or it can be that I realized that I want to go to a beach because of the Coke example. It could be anything. Okay, so Debbie's takeaway is that Facebook knows everything, leverage it. Okay, yes. As scary as it is for marketers, it's good. Yeah. What else? What are the other takeaways for you? You understand Facebook ads. I'm glad, Rahul. Great. CPC and CPM was a very good big takeaway. Okay, okay, okay. Any emotional takeaway for you? Or all our technical takeaways? Targeting was inside. Okay, targeting was insightful for Mahesh. Lookalike was insightful for Yash. Okay, Facebook ad is interesting with in-depth measures. Yes. Okay. Interesting, fascinating stuff. Okay, nice, nice. I'm glad you are falling in love with the topic. Facebook live videos. Yes. Live videos are interesting. CPC and CPM for Sushma. Lost during the Pepsi and Coke example. Will you take a look at the recording or do you want me to repeat? We understand many more things about Facebook. Okay. CPC, CPM, CPC, CPM was interesting. Okay. All right. Facebook ads and targeting audience. Okay. All right, guys. So, like always, I'm here for question answers. But before you go, I need you to fill in the feedback, which is super important to me. So, I'm pinning the feedback link, and please fill in the feedback and let me know. Just notify me when you're done. Wasn't knowing Facebook can segregate. Yeah, yeah, it's scary, no, Pratishtha. Yes, Facebook can segregate data. So Mark Zuckerberg was super smart. He never charged for Facebook. It was never Facebook membership for these many dollars per month or these many rupees per month, because he had a long term vision of monetizing it in a different way. Thank you, Mamta. All good now, Mamta? Understanding everything, I hope. Thanks, Mahesh, Yash, Kunal, Prashant, Suraj, Pratishtha. Thank you so much. If you're done with the feedback, you can actually make a move. I hope you have a good weekend, the remaining weekend, but do work hard for the coming few weeks for to understand this in a deeper way. Thank you, Suraj, Vijit, Sushma, Mamta, Rahul, Ruchi, and everyone else who have missed. Thank you, Pranal. Happy weekend. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Otito. Thanks, Sushma. Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks, Shiv. Thanks, Sushma. Good weekend, guys. Good weekend. Rahul, Vijit. Yes, Mamta, you can send me a request on Facebook. I've already made a couple of you um, the admins. That's very kind, Sushma. It's very kind of you. I'm overwhelmed. Thanks so much. Always motivating for me. Yes, yes, yes. You guys can leave now, and I hope you all have fun. I will accept your request on Facebook. Yes, Rahul. Uh, no, just week one task and the other Facebook video task that we spoke about, and Facebook Insights task. Thank you, Sucharita. Thank you. I've accepted all the requests. Yes. For the doubts, always recommended if you use the LMS guys, because I don't know how to put it, but when you're teaching for these many years, you get a lot of friend requests, and it becomes just a little overwhelming to answer queries. I try my best, but answering queries on Facebook or email just becomes a little overwhelming. So, LMS is recommended. Not this week, Debbie, because we have not really covered the Facebook ads now. So, um, I would suggest that don't really uh, start with Facebook ads for this week. Yeah, we'll do it in the next class. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. Your name's what? Have a nice day, guys. Zaid. Okay. Oh, John Cena. Okay. Can you see me? All right. Um, cool, guys. We are saying goodbye for way too long now, so let's call it off. And I'll see you guys pretty soon. So, bye bye. Take care and have a good week. Yeah. Bye.